Join us in this detailed tutorial from our expert trainer who walks you through each step. Let's get started.
A fundamental aspect of being able to analyze data in Excel is knowing how to use charts. And more importantly, knowing which chart type to choose for which data set. Because not all charts are created equal. Some charts that you'll find in Excel are definitely more suited to certain types of data than others. And in this lesson, we're just going to explore some of those charts so you can start to understand which charts you might want to use for which job. Now, the first thing to mention about charts is that you insert them from the Insert tab just here. You'll see in the middle we have a big charts group where we have recommended charts, and then we have our different types of charts all split down into different groups. For example, this top one just here, this is where we're going to find all of our column and bar charts. If we click the drop down, we can see we have quite a few different choices in here. We can have 2D column charts, 3D, 2D bar, 3D bar. And you can see that the real difference between column charts and bar charts are really whether they're laid out horizontally or vertically. We have line charts, we have pie and donut charts, we have area charts, scatter plots, all kinds of things in here. We can even create things like map charts. Now, in order to create any chart, you first need to start off with a data set to represent in that chart. Now, notice on this worksheet, I have a very small table of data. We have gender column, female and male, and then we have number of employees. So maybe this is some HR data where we're trying to find out how many males we have versus females in the company, because we might want to think about changing our policies if we don't have adequate representation. Now, notice next to this little table, I've chosen to display this data using two different charts. We have a pie chart on the left, and we have a donut chart on the right. Now you can see the difference between the two. The donut chart has a hole in the middle, hence why it's called a donut chart. Now, for the type of data that we're representing here, pie charts and donut charts work really well. These tend to be better for smaller data sets where we're comparing values. If I had a much larger data set, what generally tends to happen is that these slices of the pie get so small that it makes it really hard to interpret what's going on. We have other chart types that are much better at handling larger data sets. But if you simply have a few items and you want to do a direct comparison between the two, then pie and donut charts are worth considering. Now, the next type of chart that I'd like to highlight is a line chart. And you can see here, this is what a line chart looks like. This is just representing sales by month for 2022. And in general, line charts are best for time-based data. For example, sales figures that change over the different months of the year. It might be that we have years in here or quarters, and then as sales data. A line chart would be good to represent that as well. Line charts in general show us trends over time. So if you do have time-based data, consider a line chart. The next two types of charts are probably the most common. That is column charts and bar charts. And really, these are just the same chart, but one is horizontal and one is vertical. Now, I've applied some formatting so you can see this bar chart doesn't have any gaps in between the bars, whereas the column chart does, but effectively they are a very similar chart. Now, these are pretty much good for most types of data. I always say to people, if in doubt, use a column or a bar chart. Column and bar charts allow us to see a direct comparison between different values. And these can work well for larger data sets as well. I would say that for all of these different chart types, if you have a very large data set, maybe I've got 20,000 rows, we wouldn't want to be displaying all of that information in a chart. If that is the case, I would probably apply something like a top 10 filter so we can see the top 10 results and then display that in a chart instead. Too much data is going to make your charts really difficult to read. Another type of chart that we have is the stacked column chart. So this is where we have our values stacked on top of each other. And again, this can offer a nice way to compare, in this case, different regions, and also see the value by adding data labels. This is also a much tidier way of displaying this data because we're effectively displaying three different things in this stacked column chart. We're displaying the regions, we're displaying the quarters, and then we're displaying the values. If we had this in just a regular column chart, there's going to be a lot more bars on the screen, whereas with a stacked column chart, it just looks a lot neater. So this could be a chart type that you also want to consider. Now, the final one I want to highlight here is a map chart. And this is best for displaying geographical data. So you can see here I have a list of states in the US, I have the state code, and then I have sales. And you can see those plotted on a map of the US. Now, map charts in Excel will display the geographical location of the data that you've created the chart from. So if instead of states of the US, I had countries around the world, when I add my map chart, it's going to show me a map of the world as opposed to just the US. So this map chart will change depending on what you have in your data set. But clearly, this is best for geographical data. Now, these are just a few chart types that I've mentioned, but these tend to be the most common ones that you're going to use. If we click on the little diagonal arrow in the bottom corner of the chart group, you can see it opens up this pop-up window. It's going to show us the recommended charts tab first of all, and this is showing me at the top the map chart based on the data that I'm clicked in. But if you want to see all charts, you can click that tab, and this is the full list of charts. And we have a lot of newer ones in here as well in Excel 365. We have things like tree map charts, we have sunburst charts, histograms, which are great for showing things like distribution. We have box and whisker, waterfall, funnel charts, and we even have combination charts. So if you want to combine two different chart types into one, maybe you want a column chart and a line chart, you could use combo charts for this. So lots of different chart types to explore. As I mentioned, the ones we've gone through here are the main ones that you're going to use, and we try to highlight what situation is best for which chart.
Are you happy with this training? Make sure to subscribe for more great content. Visit the Simon Says It channel, explore our videos and training sessions, and decide what you want to learn next.